Holyoke Mayor Joshua Garcia announcing today the federal budget cuts could have a pretty significant impact on the paper city. Western Mass News reporter Reagan Lockery has more after speaking with the chair of Holyoke Public Works.
The quality of life issues could be immense.
Holyoke Mayor Joshua Garcia taking to Facebook Monday, announcing the loss of some pretty important federal funding the city was poised to receive. His post reading in part, "What's up, Holyoke? Another federal cut update. I regret to announce that Holyoke was poised to receive a crucial $19 million in funding from the Environmental Justice Community Change Grant for essential infrastructure improvements, but this funding has now been lost."
That had a number of projects that were going to have immediate impacts on the residents of the city. And they included connecting economic development with our infrastructure, in particular our wastewater treatment plant, the opportunity to attract industry as well.
This afternoon, Western Mass News spoke with Mary Monahan, the chairperson for the Holyoke Board of Public Works. She explains that the current presidential administration has essentially pulled back funding the grants that were promised to the city of Holyoke under the previous administration.
We are seeing a total dissolution of federal government and that partnership with states and communities.
Monahan says under the current administration, several grants that fall under the so-called woke category are being defunded.
Using the criteria that we're hearing from the federal government right now, just by noting environmental justice, it's not going to pass that test.
Monahan explains some of the things that the Environmental Justice Community Change Grant was meant to target in the city include making the air cleaner, making it less expensive to operate the wastewater treatment plant, ultimately making it less expensive on ratepayers, as well as making it less expensive for businesses to come into the city, not to mention several other structural improvements to roads and sidewalks, as well as improving greenery in the city.
All of this infrastructure we're talking about, the wastewater treatment plant, our highway system, our road systems, back in the 70s and 80s, it was the federal government that funded these projects. So now that these projects are reaching their end of life cycle, the federal government is saying to these cities and towns, you're on your own.
Now the future of these projects and how to pay for them is currently up in the air. Reporting in Holyoke, Reagan Lockery for Western Mass News.